Tucked away in a discreet corner of the Congressional Cemetery in Washington, D.C., there lies a nameless tomb marking the gravesites of several gay military servicemen. The tomb reads, "A gay Vietnam veteran." And then right below, "They gave me a medal for killing 2 men and a discharge for loving 1." These lines, according to the Huffington Post of January 11, 2015, serve as a crushing reminder of the injustice experienced by gays and lesbians who courageously served our country. The New York Times of September 6, 2015, puts a name to this injustice. Private Donald Hallman, who was discharged from the military in 1955 for being what they called a Class II homosexual. Scared and ashamed, Hallman burned essentially all of his military records in an attempt to forget the fact that he was made an outcast by the very country he served. The Human Rights Campaign of September 24, 2015, estimates that over 140,000 military service members were discharged for being gay between World War II and the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell in 2011. Today, these service members are left with a mark on their history that tells them that their service was somehow less valid than that of their fellow servicemen and women, and even worse, they aren't suited for the benefits they deserve. 4 years have passed since the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, so it is high time that we demand reparations for these gay and lesbian service members, and we must act now. 65 World War II veterans die each day, and living veterans desperately need access to the VA. So it is imperative that we discuss the effects of less than honorable discharges, why these statuses have not been changed, and explore solutions to what naval veteran Robert Fry says shattered him. In 1956, Hall Faulkner was given an undesirable discharge for being gay, according to Alternate of September 11, 2015. In 2013, Faulkner was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and in his last few months to live, he fought to have his discharge status changed to its rightful designation of honorable. Faulkner is not the only veteran who was faced with health issues after being discharged. So let's discuss the effects of missing health benefits and non-military consequences that these gay and lesbian veterans face. Most outed gay and lesbian veterans were given less than honorable discharges. So, consequently, they lost lots of benefits, including education, retirement, VA home loans, and their lifelong health insurance with the VA. Moreover, even if they suffered an injury during their time in service, they are no longer eligible to receive wartime disability. Take, for example, Lisa Weismiller, who was discharged from the U.S. Army in 1979 for being gay. She suffered this lack of health care firsthand. Her PTSD, which did not come from combat, but from the harassment she underwent for being suspected of being gay, went untreated. Lisa told Military.com of June 16, 2015, that her treatment was barbaric in the U.S. Army. Her and a fellow female soldier, also accused of being gay, were interrogated for hours and were given extra duties as punishment, ultimately stripping her of her dignity and mental health. Healthcare benefits aside, less than honorable discharges can scar, according to NPR, like a scarlet letter. The Central Future Florida of September 12, 2015 says that veterans can often have a hard time finding a job, as employers often view dishonorable discharges as a criminal conviction. In addition, they can also have difficulties obtaining a bank loan, and their children and widow spouses are no longer eligible to receive their pension. Finances aside, these veterans are ostracized with the very institution they worked so hard to serve. Having that undesirable blemish on their record essentially serves to invalidate that hard work. All accomplishments, medals, and even the right to wear their uniform have simply been erased with the stroke of a pen. Technically, any member of the military can challenge their discharge status at any time. So, many gay and lesbian veterans decided to do that after Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed in 2011. The Washington Post of October 3rd explains that 6,000 gay veterans have had their discharges upgraded. While that may seem like a lot, it's actually less than 5% of the total members discharged for being gay. There are two reasons for this incredibly low number: lack of knowledge about discharge upgrades, and the convoluted discharge upgrade system itself. First, few veterans know that they can challenge their discharge status. Retired Naval Commander Zoe Dunning told the Bay Area Reporter of July 11, 2015, that "I still think that it is not widely known that it is available to them. There is no one organization leading the effort. Since there is no one program specified for discharge upgrades, the system is currently putting all of the pressure on the veterans, when the system is what wronged them in the first place." In order for a gay or lesbian veteran to get their discharge upgraded, they often have to seek legal help in order to find all the correct documents and navigate the necessary paperwork. That system is extremely complicated, which leads us to our second cause: the convoluted discharge upgrade process itself. Matt Thorne, Executive Director of Outserved Service Members Legal Defense Network, told the New York Daily News of January 11, 2015, that the paperwork is the most difficult part. The paperwork for older veterans in particular can be very difficult, as most pre-1994 documents vanished in a Department of Defense archives fire. Even if you are able to find all of your service records, your DT-214 form, all of your discharge records, and are able to navigate the form, the SF-180, it can be emotionally exhausting. Lori Gum, an organizer at Stonewall Columbus, told the Columbus Dispatch of February 8, 2015, that she volunteered to help 6 veterans fight the uphill battle in getting their discharge status changed. 3 of them, however, gave up before the process was done due to the emotional distress of digging up old memories. In a system that is responsible for the suffering of thousands of gay and lesbian service members, upgrading their discharge status should be a no-brainer. However, for some reason, we are expecting the abused to wrong the rights that the federal system served them. We must begin to fix our damages on 2 levels: the federal level and the personal level. Currently, there are steps being taken to fix this issue. This summer, the Restore Honor to Service Members Act was reintroduced. This bill would create a military review board that is timely, consistent, maintains a transparent review process, and simplifies paperwork. In other words, it would move the onus from the veteran to the Department of Defense for reviewing files. This bill would also make our shameful history visible, as the secretary of each department would enlist historians to acquire testimonies from individuals who were discriminated against and record their stories as a part of our official military history. The bill was first introduced in 2013, and according to the aforementioned New York Times article, supporters say that it has little chance of moving forward this year. That is where our personal solutions come in. We must take the charge in getting this bill passed. I have created a petition on change.org titled "Restore Honor to Service Members." Sign this petition. Volunteer or donate to the campaigns of Brian Schatz and Kristen Gillibrand, the 2 senators who proposed this legislation. For those headed off to law school or who have friends and family members who are lawyers, please consider adding discharge upgrades to your pro bono portfolios. We must start to right the wrongs of our history. Private Donald Hallman decided to hide his military past by living a successful life with lots of children, a wife, and having a job as the president of a trucking company. Today we explored the effects of less than honorable discharges on gay and lesbian military personnel, why these statuses have not been changed, and offered solutions. It is high time that we give Hallman and the thousands of other gay and lesbian service members like him the dignity and respect they deserve.